Fury Unleashed is brought to you by Live Oak Vodka. No matter what is thrown our way, Texans have a way of not only surviving, but rising above it. Call it determination. We have the heart of a mighty oak. That mighty oak can be found in the spirit of Live Oak Vodka, Texas's only handmade vodka. Check them out now at coastalbendistilling.com. Live Oak Vodka, baby. Let's go.
It's time to unleash the fury!
What it do, fellas? What's the haps, fellas?
Did you send me that video of the fog list?
No, I
The
did.
fog machine is not available anymore, according to Jose.
He's not able to get one. Is that what he says?
Find a way. Embrace the solution, not the problem.
We just saw them last night.
Yeah. Oh, they're not available anymore. No. They're gone now.
They're not available to him. Not available to him anymore.
That shit's dope, bro.
Hey, shout out to Escapade 2001
Imagine venues.
venues. You're putting us down.
Yeah. Did you hear the DJ last night?
In my,
Thank you to Imagen Venues.
that's what they're trying to go.
Really?
Yeah, Imagen.
Well,
That makes sense.
They're in rich.
It's a good look.
good luck. We've only been calling it the wrong thing for, 4 years now?
Imagen.
Well, that's the Spanish pronunciation.
Are you going to say trans? Whoa, that's the trans pronunciation.
It's the 2024, so I can't say that.
I mean, I don't think they say it any differently, Diego.
No, they don't.
Maybe sometimes with
I'm adding Josh Aliman back
to what?
to Dallas.
What's who?
Roma. You said think about it.
I'm gonna think about it.
What's even
I gotta talk to him tonight.
I know
You got G.
you're laptopless, so
I'm laptop.
there's at least that, and you let me know if you pull anything up.
We had plenty of lap dances last night.
Plenty.
Yeah, I'll bet he did.
Plenty. I saw Eric get 3.
Oh yeah, bro. After
A guy named Steve.
Yeah. Hey, Steve was good. He had, good hips. If you're into that.
Hips don't.
Nice, bro.
What is she, 80?
Wow.
Golly.
Nicks.
She can get it.
Steven.
Hey, Stevie Nicks, stand back. Stand back.
Have y'all seen Madonna recently, or the ghoul that is impersonated?
Yeah, man, it's sad.
Looks like Michael.
Dude, she
No moo walking backwards, kick like Michael Jackson.
fucking day one right there. She is definitely like
How old is the Madonna now? About 75?
it's got to be.
75.
It got to be at least 70, 75, somewhere
Yeah,
in
well,
there.
single, yes.
I think you have to just for the story at this point too, right? Like,
Yeah.
if I was single only,
Dennis Rodman, you'd be in the same company as Dennis Rodman, Diego.
that's right.
Rich is the only person in the shot.
Madonna is 66 years old, just for the record, guys.
That is not the way it's supposed to be.
What's up? What's happening?
I'd rather not.
Rich is the only one in the shot.
He always is on this.
Just for that, Rich, your phone.
What is that? Is that your Instagram live or the OnlyFans feed?
There we go. How's that?
Your phone is getting dipped in this for that.
Dip my balls in.
Just like he did Diego's.
Oh, there. Look at that. Look at that. Now he's the only one in it. What you talking about?
You showed to my rotator.
Oh hell.
Wait, give me that fucking.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring the device. Bring the shoulder repair device. Dude, hey,
That's this.
that thing works like a motherfucker, dude. I can throw pain free. My right shoulder's like 100% healed, and then I fucked up my left shoulder. So go figure.
Every time I see that commercial, like on Facebook, it's some like jack chick starting off like with phone. You know what I'm talking about? Like,
Yeah, I need to meet that girl.
then it
right?
takes like 2 seconds for me to. They always show me like Wayne's comment on there. So I was like, "This shit works, bro." I'm like, "All right."
Yeah, they didn't even pay me for that, man. I should get a discount.
Live?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, man.
He's on.
Paid sponsorship. No.
He's got it out.
No, there are people on there that were, skeptical about, what he could do or whatever.
So
So
does it have like your video?
I gave him a solid. No, just a comment that I posted on there.
Jay Wayne?
And then somebody, it's on Facebook.
Who calls you Jay Wayne?
No, you and everybody that sees my name on Facebook.
Go get drunk, Jay Wayne.
It's Jawan, okay?
Juan. Jolise, baby.
Yeah, hell yeah. Shout out Jolie's. He was at Fury 99 with us last Sunday.
We are at the end of the year, guys.
That's it.
24.
How many episodes of the podcast did we do this year?
1,000.
4. We did 4, guys. I counted.
Did we? I mean, how many did we do it
One
all
hand.
together? Probably not a lot.
We
30?
did at least 40.
35, 40.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, more than years past. We're getting there, guys. We're getting there.
So yeah, we probably did about 35.
I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I think somewhere there.
Hopefully everybody listened to our bullshit.
tip our hat to Diego Reyes,
You know-
production extraordinaire over
You
there.
know, I get people coming up to me all the time say, "Hey, when you gonna stop letting them beat you up on the podcast?"
So people listen.
Yeah, hey man, you know it's all in love, and Diego knows that. That is all for entertainment, scripted purposes only.
You really go to the.
Yeah, he does not go to massage parlors, guys.
doesn't.
Wink, wink.
He does not pay for happy endings.
Diego,
He
listen,
pays for them to go away after the happy
He
ending.
doesn't have a girlfriend.
it's just us right now. It's just us.
Well, nobody's listening.
When's the last time you went to a massage parlor? It's just us right now. It's
Dude.
just us.
He doesn't go.
Dude, I sent Eric a picture one time. There's a massage parlor like near my house, and it's literally, I shit you not, it is called FU Massage. I was like, there's no way that's real, but there it was. Yeah, no, I
Like immediately
Took a picture, sent it to
makes me want to go in.
Yeah, I mean,
FU massage.
but see, okay, me too, just out of curiosity, like, go
Right.
take a look at the menu or whatever. But the day I would step foot in that door, it would be the day,
restaurant.
would be the day that the feds show up to bust that place. Oh, we've been watching this place for 5 years.
So he said, take a look at the menu. When you go in there, does it have a menu?
Diego, be honest.
Is there a menu?
Is it in English?
No, but like the menu, does it?
Or is it
ask you, like,
dual language? English on one side
I don't
and
know.
Korean on the
It's
other.
Texas, so there might be Spanish too.
Yeah, hey.
You ever been to the Bunny Ranch?
No, I would like to.
You used to watch that show back in the day, man. Yeah.
What you going?
On HBO, right?
Yeah.
What you going to do at the Bunny Ranch, Diego?
Pet the rabbits.
Isn't that where Lamar?
zoo, right?
Didn't Lamar Odom OD there?
Yeah, they cracked out over there, right?
After he had like 3 in his room and shit. Probably fucking spent.
Who died out there?
Lamar.
Odom.
Oh, Lamar Odom's dead?
Well, no, he came back. Like,
Oh,
Is that where he OD'd?
I think is that where they said he was like banging trannies or something?
Yeah, no, he was dating a trans for a while.
That's Dwight Howard.
What's no, it was
Dwight Howard too. Also,
probably Dwight Howard also. I mean, I don't know, but that was the alleged word on the street was that Lamar Odom was
Would you date a tranny?
dating a trans person.
No.
when you say no, what do you mean by that?
He's saying he would not date a
You
man.
just suck them off. You wouldn't date them. You would just play around a little bit, fiddlesticks, touch tips a little bit.
No.
What if it's
Little-
just say what
Little
if it's
thumb wrestling.
yeah, what if its wiener was smaller than yours? Or his or her wiener was smaller than yours.
Possible.
Yeah, it's just like a
Micro penis.
micro penis, like,
Yeah.
like a large clit.
Poor Diego.
What if
man.
she was super
Diego,
hot?
you're a good sport, man. I love you, dude. It's the end of the year. We'll try not to.
super hot, but they had removed the wiener but left the balls.
Ooh, pussy balls.
Pussy ball.
Ooh, just not the pussy balls. God damn! Oh, what has happened?
Did it drop?
There's some pretty hot looking tradies out there, according to Diego.
All right, enough.
Are we done with the training
We're
talk?
done with the
Sir?
training.
Why does the show
Thank you,
always
please.
start off with dicks and trannies and
Man.
going to massage parlors?
You got a hell of a card right there. in front of
It's only the weeks that Rich is here.
That's true.
Yep.
That's true. Hey, this week we had Fury 99. What a show to end out the year, man!
Yeah.
Like
God, dude.
started off quickly and didn't stop.
And just when you thought you had your end of year award candidates all sealed up, John Yanez, Antonio Figueiredo, all these guys show up and show
you.
out.
For Tonio.
Yeah, I mean,
Is there a more exciting guy right now than Tonio in the 25 division? Like he just him and Imanol, I think, are the
yeah,
two
yeah, dude.
like must watch 25ers when it comes to knockouts. You got like guys like Orivitas and these other guys who are extremely
Submission
talented.
specialists,
Yeah,
yeah.
I was putting it out there, but man, Tonio and Imanol are putting people to sleep. Dude, sleep.
2025, that division, man, fire.
Yeah.
Didn't Dana didn't want that division originally?
Years ago.
Yeah, a while
years
back.
But my
ago.
boy Mick came in and
Yep.
fucking had a business.
And Mick said, "Hey,
Revamped
let me show you how it's done.
And look at
Walk of water."
It's crazy that happened during the time of like
Hey,
the
Eric.
greatest 125 of all
No.
time.
You want to do a shot?
Listen to his Mick accent.
Hey, Eric, you want to do a shot?
Is he a gay Brit? What's like is he? That's terrible.
That's Australian, motherfucker. No, it's not. It's Australian.
That is not Australian.
Whatever. Pussy ball, motherfucker. I may still have a little slight buzz from last night that is,
Good.
you know,
Just bring
getting
it
worked back up with
Did y'all leave?
Howlerhead whiskey. Whenever they told us we had to leave, 10:30.
Everybody, we were at the
10:30, baby.
Legend venues.
Christmas party.
right.
The three of us.
Oh yeah, Rich was there.
Happened, Diego.
Eric, you were there. I remember. Dude, we got some great pictures together. There was one person missing that was supposed to be there.
Did you see the pictures that we had?
Two.
No, no, no.
Our videos and stuff on the fucking machines and in the photo booth. The great time we had. There was llamas, camels, roller
They were
girls.
giving out $500 worth of like $1 bills to every person that walked in. Where were you at?
Unlimited drinks.
Where were you at, Diego?
I
Tacos,
fell asleep. I
pozole,
on the
empanadas.
couch, just waiting.
Likely story, Diego.
I promise.
That doesn't sound right. Did you
It sounds like an
He fell
alibi.
asleep while he was getting a massage.
Sounds like a bullshit alibi. Yeah,
He
it's
fell
probably what happened.
asleep while he was getting a
Whose
massage.
couch was it?
At FU Massage.
Yep. You were at FU Massage, weren't you?
Whose couch was it, Diego?
Was it the massage lady?
It was my house.
Oh, you own both.
Wow, that's
The house
expensive.
that you bought, the massage lady.
Yeah, the side house,
My rent house down there.
the Jack Shack.
Well, hey, starting off the card, we had Jermon Orpineta and Tyler Stout.
I
Man,
heard mine.
Herman, like Imagen.
So Herman's coming from getting knocked out by Tonio,
Yeah,
and then he put Tyler's lights out, didn't he?
he did.
He
Yeah,
put Tyler's lights.
and Tyler's fun. Like he's a good strap
But
man.
Herman wanted to show somebody else how it feels.
We had Anthony Strapp followed that performance up with how fast was that finish, Wayne? Do you have it over there?
It was 46 seconds into the very first round,
Wow.
and Jeff Rexroad called for a stop to the action.
He really is putting himself out there as like a problem in the 135-pound division for guys coming out. He looked awesome.
Yeah, he moves to 2-0 with that one.
Dominic Herrera and Ryan Mandala.
Yep,
Dominic moves to 4-0.
Yep, unanimous decision.
Yep. Marco Dominguez and Emmanuel Calhoun.
Yeah, this is a split decision. A little bit of controversy in that
Yeah.
one. You know,
Yeah.
it's 29-28.
That one was close.
Yeah, a split decision. 29-28 was you know the majority of the scoring, but then you had one judge that scored it, 30-27.
I'm not sure
Yeah.
who you see that.
It was,
I'm not sure
it was that guy.
where the 30-27 for Calhoun would have came.
Yeah,
That's an odd score. Yes, that's an odd score for
I mean,
that.
not even one round.
Ricardo
Four.
normally has a shit right. I mean, he's a ex-fighter, came up through cage combat.
Yeah. Yeah.
And with Rexroad and those guys.
Yeah, it was a paradigm for a long time. Held one of the best soccer kick knockouts in your cage. You remember that?
Yeah.
Had the fight one, knocked the dude out,
Yeah.
ran over across the cage and soccer kicked the
To that
dude.
little Herrera kid.
Yeah. Damn, that was a long time ago. Well, when was that?
Probably 2011 or 12.
Jeez, we're old.
Zuckman's in the game, baby.
Yeah, that fight, that
Put some respect on my name.
I will say fights 4 and 6, Marco Dominguez, Emmanuel Calhoun, and then the Issei Garcia, Sebastian Rodriguez fight. They were very close fights. It would be hard to give an edge either way, and it's because of the way that judging is and the way scores are set. It's an opinion, and it's opinion on based off what you like.
Yep.
But it has nothing to do with us. It has nothing to do with me. So don't send me hate mail.
So you're not gonna fire that judge who
And-
got it wrong?
Be in my DMs cussing me out that I need to pick some new reps and judge.
Why did you hire him in the first place, Eric?
I got nothing in.
It's hard to
Did they listen to Dana at the post?
people don't listen to anything like that nature.
Sure, he went through the same shit with the Alexander Volkov
Those damn Fury judges.
and Cyril Gahn.
Yeah, we get it all the time. We get I'm not gonna fight in XYZ state anymore. I'm not gonna, like, you guys are crooks. Fire your judge. That's my favorite.
Yeah, fire those judges. Yeah.
Oh yeah, let me make spawn my paperwork where we hired any judges, because we have never.
Yeah. Good luck, man.
Again, we don't hire, train, select, complain,
Certify.
work with, certify. We don't do anything with the judging. That is through the state of Texas, and they tell us who's coming out, and we say okay.
And I have to write the check.
That's it.
And that's it.
That's it. And when it comes to decisions, and I hate that I have to say this, I really do, because I do believe at this point of the sport, we should be able to have
DNA
a
glass.
reliable process for there to be a decision. There should be like a standard across the board. The issue is that not every judge values everything the same way. And it's hard to look at, like, I can't look at, I call him Daniel, but I can't look at him and say, he doesn't know what he's talking about. He surely
Yeah.
Do you think that they need to find the judges that all value it the same way and know what they're looking for, and just use those guys continuously?
I think the structure should be set to where that the criteria is less vague. The criteria now is, and I may have it out of order, and Joe Solis and Rex Show, these guys would fix me, but it's damage first. That is that is the first criteria.
And then the dominance.
Dominance.
Mm.
But like, how do you judge dominance? And you look at the Issei
Just
fight.
because you're on top doesn't mean you're dominating the fight.
Issei
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Sebastian. Sebastian landed some really critical takedowns at different points of the fight, but I can't really say he did a whole lot with them. And then on the feet, you've got Issei who's throwing a lot of combos
And controlling the
and controlling it, but he never really overwhelmed. Like Sebastian was right in there at all times with all the, and at certain points.
Did somebody give that a 30-27 now?
No, not that one.
Yes,
Not that
No,
one.
no, I'm sorry, but that's the
Yeah,
wrong one.
it was the previous one.
Yeah, that's
Calhoun and Dominguez.
This Calhoun and Dominguez fight.
Somebody gave Calhoun 30-27 in that one.
I cannot say that for either of those fights, I was 100% zoned into watching those fights.
Me neither.
As those are generally during the prelim, we have so many other things going on that we're bouncing around and trying to get things done. Is this going? Is this going? Are these people here? You know, from what I saw, both fights were close. I think it would be hard to argue
Exactly.
Who won, Rick?
The-
either way. Overall, the fans.
Because if you say Sebastian won, Diego's going to punch you in your mouth. And if you say Issei won, Chico's going to steal your wallet.
Chico stole my wallet anyway.
Then Frank's going to punch you in your eye.
Daniel's gonna steal my shit too.
Daniel's
Like
gonna
it's
beat
look. I think Sebastian Rodriguez looked great. Come up to 35 on short notice for a guy who, like, to be fair, he's not known as this striker. He is a grappling heavy, very good grappler who controls the cage. I mean, my guy literally fought him 3-4 weeks
You didn't
ago.
grapple as much as fight.
And to be fair, I think that Mahul during that fight won all of the most of the striking exchanges. He managed to drop Sebastian, did way more damage than Issei did. But Sebastian completely flipped it around this fight, stood on his feet, and looked phenomenal. I thought he looked awesome. You know, so it's but when you're looking at from the judging aspect of it, is the live stop. Did you get it back?
Yeah, it's good.
Probably the connection.
It's on that bullshit, Diego. With
So-
the little PP cup.
You know, when you look at that again, it's hard when not all the judges are on the same page.
Yeah.
You know, they're not giving. When you say damage, well, what does damage mean? You know, if there's a headbutt and there's a cut, is that damage, or was that just like there was an accident? Or if you try 2 takedowns and I defend 2 takedowns, is
Who gets the better of that exchange? I'm pursuing. I'm
Yeah.
I'm making the
or
effort, but
if you
you're
get 2
on to
takedowns and then I defend 3 takedowns.
Yeah.
Like, how do you weigh?
How do you weigh it?
I think it needs to be. I would like it to see there be a more clear definition of what things are, and that goes back to as well as, are we going to get better training for the judges? It's gotten better. It's gotten a whole lot better from where it was, but it's not where it needs to be just yet. That's enough on like the judges.
Yeah, man.
Fights as well.
Shout out Ramsey Ishak,
Trayvon Coker.
friend of the show.
Hey, Trayvon Coker and Elias Goalie. Goalie looked great for his debut. Came from behind. I thought he was in that fight. I thought that Trayvon had. I thought he won the first.
He was doing enough to have won that. Yeah.
Dude, I love the style.
Goalie with the-
goes in there and does.
100%.
TKO 246 into the third round.
I will say, not that this was performance of the night, but man, Joe Hendershot looked fucking good. He looked awesome.
He always does, man.
He came out. He did something.
He's only getting better.
A little different this time. He shot an early takedown that was kind of half-hearted. Like, I didn't really think he was trying. I think he was just trying to see what kind of reaction he would get from Cedric.
Makes sense.
Later in the fight, he cracked him with an overhand right.
Yeah.
And once you've got those two things going, that high and that low on the defensive side, it's like, what the fuck am I looking for? And then, of course, that move to the crucifix. What a great finish from Joe. I'll fix this as we go. But I mean, Joe's now a quiet 3-0. 3-0 in the 140 division.
He moves to 3-0.
I'm not so sure that Joe stays on the prelims at this point. At 3-0, like he's starting to push himself up
Yeah.
to those main cards.
I'll offer him to Michael Blockus.
Yeah,
3-0 and 3-0.
yeah, that's a good scrap, dude.
Good way to open a main card.
Hell yeah, it is. Huh.
Be an exciting fight, and that's how you want to start these events off.
And then what was our final fight?
Karan Reed and Ivan Ortiz.
Karan Reed and Ivan Ortiz.
Best part of that fight was Karan's post-fight speech.
Yeah, man. Karan, good to have him back in the Fury cage again. Moves to 4-1 after a tap out with the.
No more swing bouts.
Yeah, well, 240 in the first round.
We just booked him for March.
Ninja choke.
Confirmed opponent.
Yeah, Karan looked great. I did like that he spoke to us about. I mean, I'm not the same kid I was. My friends are not the same guys they were. Like
My friends calm down now. Yeah.
grown up, and
My friend's that good.
Hey, I will say there weren't any people climbing the rails trying to fight, for this event. So I mean,
Yeah.
it sounds like that's true.
That's the Karan I want.
that Karan. I mean, he looked good. He came in there.
That Karan belongs at Fury FC.
Yeah, we had a couple of riots nearly back in the day.
That's when he was a kid.
Man.
Grown ass.
Well, it didn't really have much to do with him. It was his friends in the crowd, getting excited and passionate about, their guy.
I get it. Look, everybody's background is
Everybody has
different.
passion.
Everybody's got passion, but also listen for the most part. Until these last few years, man, a lot of people who get into fighting don't come from you're not these not to use the term high class or rich people, but it's not like you're these
They were.
you're guys who are grinding and struggling in the streets and working hard to be where you want to be,
Don't fuck it up, right?
And so yeah, and so now he's grown, man. He's grown, and we've watched him grow from our eyes just as a fighter and a person. So great attitude. He's very marketable, and his
Get him some sponsorships, maybe Right Guard.
we're watching him submit guys, and he's just straight up people forget how good of a striker.
Well, like Charles Barkley. Anything less would be uncivilized.
I mean, I could see that. I could see that.
What else? Who else sponsored Barkley? Grey Poupon?
Grey Poupon, I think, did it one time.
Probably.
Spearmint gum or some shit,
Wrigley.
Big League Chew.
South Cabana.
Kicking off
They
our
love him
main
in San
card.
Antonio.
We had the two debuts, which is rare for us, but we had Tavon Taylor and A.J. Hotchkins.
That was a good fight, man. That was a fun fight to watch.
It was fun. It was different than what I expected from AJ in the aspect of that I thought we would see. Look, I'm complaining about a guy who TKO'd a guy on the ground with heavy damage.
We're not complaining.
I'm just he didn't look as explosive as I had seen in previous videos of him working out. And I will say, to his credit, he told me he had been sick this week and wasn't quite feeling like himself. And I could see a little bit of that. I'm just telling you as a fan, the AJ that you saw this weekend, that's not the regular best version of AJ. And that's no discredit to Tavon Taylor either. AJ had a very smart game plan, came out there, and he didn't spend too much time striking with Tavon. Who is a massive 185-pound fighter. So big future for both of these guys. AJ calling out Felipe Rocha.
What do you think about that?
It was a great call out, man. I'd like to see it.
I liked it.
I mean,
I liked the call.
Who's not asking for an easy fight? Felipe, by far, is no easy task.
He says who he wants. He wants all the black belts. He wants those high-ranked guys. He wants to prove himself and establish
It's
himself.
a good fight. It's a good fight for both guys.
Yeah.
It makes sense on a lot of levels. AJ's all in.
How old is AJ? Do you know?
He's 27, I think. 26, 27.
They have no information on the typology here. So I was just curious about that.
He's in that range, 26, 27 years old. I could be off by one in either direction. But good fight. Him and Philippe could be interesting because AJ is a take you to the ground and pound you out, and look, Felipe is not easy to get down in the first place.
He's not easy to get down, and if you do, he's got no
That's
problem
his
being
world.
there. Yeah, man.
I think a great thing, you go back and you look at the James Ford fight with Felipe, and it wasn't like James Ford who throws everybody around. was just tossing Felipe around. That didn't happen. So it was a very close fight, 2 high-level guys. Raheel Ramziali would like to know if we can pick up AJ for our Fury Flag football team.
Man, let's go.
That would be.
Let's go.
That'd be
Hey,
great.
man, I'm wondering, is he like one of those like Puerto Rican baseball kids?
With
Like
his-
with the birth certificates? Because even Google doesn't have a birthday
Well,
for
look
him.
at it. Look-
He's like 42.
Look at his height too. His listed height at Oregon. Look, AJ, I love you, man, but they listed you as 6'1", dog.
How tall is he?
Like 5'4"? No, he's like
know.
he's probably like 5'11".
Yeah, somewhere in that range, probably.
I mean, you get an inch either way in D1. You're like you give you an inch or two.
That's what she said.
Hey, Taylor's 6'4". It's
Oh,
Taylor. Like,
hey.
that's a big dude. Yeah. Next up on the card, we had Nick Talavera defeated Joshua Aliman with a Kimura.
Yeah, man.
Third round.
Kimura.
Moves to 6-2.
Yeah,
Just that one win, 5-2 to 6-2 sounds so much.
it's a massive difference.
6-2 sounds way.
Props to the All-Star for taking that challenge, man. Fighting a seasoned veteran like Slick Nick. Yeah, he stuck with that Kimura. It looked like Aliman almost made his way out of it, but Slick Nick stuck with it and ended up getting the
What did you
submission.
expect from Aliman?
104 in the round 3.
You against Tony Toro, didn't
Yeah. Tony Toro, Aliman in his 3 fights has fought Tony Toro, who we know is one of the baddest dudes out there. He has fought Jeremy Alba, who is a massive 145er, and then he takes on Talavera, who comes in, who no one's ever finished. The only person who's really stopped him has been our 145 champ, and for 2 rounds, no discredit to Talavera, Josh worked for 2 rounds.
Yeah.
and Talavera showed his experience. His fucking chin is insane. Because Josh landed, I don't know how many right hands. I had him wobbling around everywhere. And actually,
He's got a decent gas tank.
yeah, he had a good gas tank. Josh took his back in the second round and had some really deep chokes in. Wasn't able to. He's a high level black belt. He wasn't able to finish him against these black belts. But I think looking back, this is one of those fights that. I hate the fact that, to be everyone, most people know I'm Josh's coach. So sitting back, I hate the fact that his 2 losses have come during his pro career.
Yeah.
This is one of those things where I wish that he had not had such an, I say easy in amateurs is that he made it look easy.
Right.
He defeated everybody. We put everybody he wanted in front of him and he fought them.
And it made the most sense to go pro at that point.
Yeah. And so sitting here now, it's at that stage of, I got to pick his fight correctly.
Yeah.
This next fight for him that makes sense. Optically, when you go back and you watch the Talavera fight, look, outside of a minute, Josh won every second of that fight.
Yeah.
I know why Josh lost that fight. We've talked about why he lost this fight, and some of his
Sex the night before.
what
happened.
maybe
Women make knees weak.
some of his inexperience showed during this fight in a situation where, man, he tried to unload the gas tank on Talavera, and you learn in these situations, man, I got to reel this back in because this dude's not going away.
Yeah, you gotta fight smart.
And Josh, and even in that third round in that Kimura, we talked about there's an exchange before that happens, and I thought Josh had got hurt. I thought he hit him in the body, and Josh was like, "No, I wasn't hurt." I mean, he hit. Nothing really happened. What happened was, Josh was like, "I was tired. I tried to knock him out for 2 rounds. The third round came. I was tired." And he's never been tired before. So for him, even the Tony Toro fight, which is a dog fight, he doesn't get tired. So as Talavera's come, he's like, I was just gonna let him throw some shots, bounce off the cage, and take him down, which is what he did. And then he got too comfortable sitting there. And look, we all know, if a black belt's a black belt.
Yeah, he left that arm in a dangerous position.
At the level that Talavera is in MMA as well, he locked up the Kimura and waited for Josh to make the next step. And Josh's idea was that he was going to try to power out, which is not really how you get out of a Kimura in that situation. Now, also, if you look at the video, he's upside down. He's against the cage. There's nowhere for him to go. And you really can't get out of it at that point. Mm-hmm. But that is more of the things that Talavera did right than necessarily that Josh just did wrong.
Right.
And that comes from experience. And I got to make sure that his next fight, maybe I have him fight somebody closer to his record, but also and this may be to the benefit.
He'll fight anybody you put in front of him. You have to protect him from himself.
And to the benefit or maybe the discredit of my own team, we always want the hardest fights every single time. because I don't believe, Saul told all of us, and he told me years and years and years ago, if you can't beat the people that are in your region that are lined up in front of you, then it doesn't matter, and you're never going to go to the UFC. You're never going to get any of these things done.
Or
that
you
need to
might
do.
get your ass beat.
Yeah, get exposed. Yeah, man.
Right? Look, go into
I've
the.
seen it happen with guys.
Nobody wants to go to the UFC for 2 fights and then leave. This is not. No one's. That's not what anybody wants to do. So, he'll get where he needs to be.
Ain't that the truth?
We'll regroup a little bit, put him right back out there. Yeah, he's already bucked. He wants to fight now. He wants to get back out there, get the taste out of his mouth. He's a fighter, man. That's what he wants to do.
So
Talavera moves to 6-2 with that one.
Yeah.
In the post-fight speech, he called out the champ. He wants to run that one back.
Yeah.
Is he still a couple of fights away from that, or do you guys see Justice going to call it before that happens?
He's booked for Dallas.
Yeah, we booked him for Dallas, but he is a couple fights away from getting back to the title. Honestly, for us, 8 to 10, you need to be around 8 to 10 wins, depending on who you beat, what's going on for you to get a title shot. So yeah, he's right outside of it, but I mean he's working his way toward it. Definitely. What were you gonna say, Diego?
just saying that Fury's region is much more bigger than it was when.
Yeah, our,
Sure.
our region is the U.S. now.
Sure, it is, but I think, yeah, man, I want the toughest fights for my guys all the time. Like I'm not. We really don't look for, and this goes across for our amateurs or all of our guys. Like we want tough fights. We want to make sure that you're tested. Otherwise, what's the point?
Right.
Like you're getting
Make
your,
us look bad.
yeah, and whether it's pressure I put on myself or that I think is out there. Like I know that being one of the matchmakers and being here with you, like I can't just give my guys bum fights. How would that look? That would look
But
terrible.
this shows that you're not biased either, really, when it comes to the matchmaking and stuff.
For the most part, I send you, hey, I have this guy available, and you find a match, and I go, okay, so this is your fault.
You're the matchmaker? you're the matchmaker? I thought you were the janitor.
I am the janitor.
Barbecue services.
Jesus Urbina, unfortunately, ran into a big right hand from Tonio Figueiredo. How long was that one?
20 seconds. Jesus. First round knockout?
I don't think it needed
No. No. No.
If you look at him,
I think that's a bad
he
idea.
fell face first, turned over, got hit, went flat, and then woke up. Right when
If-
Jeff got in, he woke up.
If you fall face first like that,
We've seen those
you're
happen
you're
before.
out, man. I mean,
It's just a flash knockout.
yeah.
And hats off to Tonio. I mean, obviously he probably would have did more.
He's the most polite knockout artist I've ever seen, man. Like in Rosenberg, he like knocks a guy out and then goes down and like just kind of gently taps him on the head and like pats him and tries to help him up. Dude, Tonio, I'm sorry, Urbina, he didn't even know, like you said, flash knockout. He didn't even know he was out. He like stood up and was like, "What? Let's
There
go."
was some complaints that they stopped it too early.
Yeah, there.
So that's the only.
even
reason
watching
I
the
would've-
replay back.
I would have been okay with it going another 5.
Yeah,
seconds.
just to
So-
put the stamp on it.
Yeah, so there was no argument.
Yeah. I see how his corner could make that argument, but at the same time, if you're really watching the fight from an unbiased point of view, it's not a terrible stoppage. I mean, it's Jeff Rexroad for crying out loud.
If you're his loved one, you're happy that they stopped it. You gotta be.
I think so. I mean,
Nah,
look, when you
his
look at
Theo said, "Nah, man, he can still go."
so
His wife beats his ass more than that.
Yeah,
Tony in 2024, Tony is 3-0, and he has yet to fight a complete round of MMA. He's
3-0.
went 55 seconds, 20 seconds, and a 3 minute and 9 seconds.
Not only, in my opinion, does he have to win knockout of the year because he's got 2 choices for you, but I mean, you can make an argument for fighter of the year.
He's
Or he
he's there.
just knocked out a guy who was a champ in another organization.
Yeah.
That comes to
17 fight veteran going in. Yeah,
So Urbina's no easy fight.
No, not at all. And look, again, you're talking about a guy in Tonio with 2 fights took on a guy who had 17 fights.
a lot like Aliman in
Yeah,
the fight we
sure.
just finished talking about, man.
debut was against a guy with what, 7 fights?
Yeah,
It was Herman.
Herman. Yeah,
And Herman's tough.
yeah,
And Herman's record is that way because he fights anybody too.
Yeah.
Like that's just
I still find it.
those are fighters, man.
I find it very interesting yet that Tonio's not even using what I consider his best weapon. Tonio's a fucking great wrestler.
I tell you, he went to a
like-
split decision with Josh Banks.
He did.
He's trying to tell everybody in his post-fight speech that hey guys, I'm not a knockout artist. Don't think of me as a knockout artist. I'm not that guy. Who is?
Yeah, he must have shocking power. at 25, right?
He's another killer, another stud, another savage out of the War Training Center, man.
Up next, we had Mauricio Gomez defeated Lucas Brennan.
Yeah, split decision.
Lucas Brennan's debut with us here. I did not watch the entirety of that fight.
I do. I watched most of it.
You think the judges got that one right, or how do you think about that one?
I think so. I mean, I don't know what it was.
We had a couple of 29-28s and another 30-27 in this one.
I expected a different Brennan to come in, but I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Maybe they were looking past Mauricio. I think that could have been part of it. Mauricio stuff too. I mean, he moves to 5-0.
Yeah, man, 5-0, undefeated. You know, he's starting to make his way into that 145 talk as well.
Another like crazy 145 division that we have. Like, yeah,
Him and Talavera.
Bear's gonna fight Kevin Rose.
I mean,
For those that don't know.
look, Joe Hendershot and Mauricio Gomez could be fun. I mean, Hendershot and Gomez could be fun. There's a
What
lot.
about Josh Thomas?
I know. There's a lot of guys in that mix there. But I know it wasn't the debut that Brennan was hoping to have with us. You know, coming from Bellator and PFL, but also
Yeah, I mean, he came to us 9-1.
took on an undefeated Mauricio Gomez is fucking good. You know, I don't know if it was the issue of looking past him. Maybe. You know, I think it wasn't his best night. And he's still young, and I think, yeah,
24?
I think I think so, yeah, 24, 25. I think we'll see some big things out of him in the future, as well as Gomez, man.
Listen, 9-2, 24 years old is amazing.
Yeah,
Like, nothing to be upset. I mean, obviously you're upset because you lost the fight, but nothing you can't bounce back.
Yeah, he's 24, Luke Brennan.
He's got plenty of fucking time to get it together, for sure.
Up next, we had John Yanis doing what John Yanis does.
Another knockout of the year candidate right there, man.
Carlos Jimenez, big props and shout out to him, man. He took this fight on a week's notice.
I gave him 3 options, and he picked the toughest one.
Not surprised, Matt.
He picked the toughest one. I told him, I said, Carlos, you know, this is the toughest fight. He said, I know. That's what I wanted.
And that dude came out. He came out and slammed Giannis down to the ground. And I was like, holy shit.
Would you expect anything less out of a 4-ounce fighter?
Not at all.
Carlos for
Not at all.
15 years? Yeah.
easily. That's his Carlos Jimenez.
Yeah.
Big fan. Big
This is
fan.
what he does, man.
Great guy.
That's 10 kids.
Is it 10?
I have about 10 kids.
All right. This is badass, man. That's badass. It's gonna be a lot of grandbabies one day, man.
Yeah.
That's gonna be awesome, dude.
But shout out, man, John Giannis improving to 8-3.
9 seconds into round number 2, he gets the knockout. He set up Carlos in the first round in his post-fight speech. He was telling us, you know, I saw, you know, an opening in the first round. Decided to wait till the second round and unload it.
Bro.
Yeah.
So
I'm a fan of Giannis.
for those who don't know, I mean, obviously we haven't said too much, but Eric just said, John Giannis is going to fight for that 35 belt next.
I'm going to try and do it in San Antonio.
He has to.
Yeah.
What else is there for him? That has to be next, right?
Yeah, I think he's on a great streak. Yeah, he's shown massive improvements in his wrestling defense, or even his ability just to get back up. You know, so and if you stand on the feet with Giannis, anybody who does, like he catches you. He catches you, and he's got big power. So, you know, congratulations to John Giannis. Coming in, we had Reyes Cortez and Leo Mana Martinez in a fight that left everybody wanting more.
Yeah. Boo.
First round?
Second round, 155 into round 2. Accidental eye poke stops the fight. No contest.
Get off, Diego.
Yeah, you can leave it off.
Mana, are we at liberty to talk about, you know, his eye? Yeah, he's gonna have to have eye surgery, detached retina. I think you know, that's on the table. He took some serious eye pokes during his tenure in the UFC, and I mean, it's just an unfortunate set of circumstances to have that happen.
His
Man.
eyes that look like you want to poke him. What do you
Maybe,
think?
hey, maybe that's it.
Maybe so.
Maybe he has very pokeable eyes. But obviously, like, for anybody that thinks he was fucking around or whatever, I mean, according to the doctor,
no,
I saw the report.
The
It
doctor.
didn't look good.
The doctor shined the light in his eye, and his pupil was unresponsive. If you know anything about 7th grade biology or whatever, you know
Top
that.
3, hit the one in the middle.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, we definitely. I mean, we want to see him come back. You know, we're hoping to we're hoping to keep him busy this year
Yeah.
in 25. And it does suck to hear that he's going to have to take some time off to get that fixed. If he does.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
But I don't think anybody's not a big Leo Mana fan.
Yeah,
it's fun.
I am.
It's fun to watch him fight. Him and John Llanos are very similar in that they're out there and they're just cracking people. But shout out to Reyes Cortez, man. He did a great job that first round. It was close. You know, I don't think.
So whenever Mana's ready and cleared and all that, do we run that one back?
Depends on timing. It depends how long it takes.
Cortez is getting one.
Still active? Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Yeah, of course. If Cortez wants to turn him around and you know he's ready to go again, yeah, well, then we're obligated to run him back out. Now, if it lines up at the time that Leo Mana's looking to fight, maybe like we made the fight before, wouldn't make sense to run it back
Like
again.
Giannis is calling for Cortez
Yeah,
at his post-fight speech.
Yeah.
'Cause remember, we had them booked, and Cortez broke his hand,
that's right.
and he mentioned something about that, about the guys coming up next. He'd like either one of them, especially the one that.
Yeah, I mean, who knows? We'll make some decisions over the next couple of weeks leading up to this San Antonio card and some of these other cards going up. And
Well, let's be honest. We have Fury 100 booked. Fury Gallus is booked. San Antonio's about 90% booked.
323 is working its way.
23 is about 16 fights in. Yeah. So we're about to start lining up April,
Yeah,
and we're in December.
yeah.
Shoot me some dates whenever you get a moment.
Nah,
No thanks.
nah.
We'll
Nah.
tell the 2 days.
Yeah.
In the
Hey, ceremonial weigh-ins this Saturday. You're going to be there, right? What? We have an event this weekend?
Friday.
What? Yeah.
Oh, you mean tomorrow?
and then in our main event, hometown boy Maka Aswell came back home and took care of business against a very tough Dorian Ramos, man.
Man, that was a tough fight. There was a lot of back and forth. Nobody really, landed a significant strike or something that made you think, oh man,
Yeah.
it's just about over. They're both so good, man. It's just like a chess match.
It seems
super technical and a great fight.
Aswell had a little bit more effect on Ramos.
Yeah.
He was bleeding.
Yeah, and going back to what you were talking about earlier about the judging criteria and damage being number one. If you look at Aswell and Ramos like side by side, one of them looked like they'd been in a fight, and one of them looked a lot less like he'd been in a fight. Put it like that. Ramos clearly took a little more damage. I felt.
I think it was a good fight for Aswell. I not necessarily the he wanted to finish.
Yeah.
He always wants to finish, especially coming home.
That would have stamped his
Do
case.
you think that match could have been a good match for the Contender Series type
Sure.
match?
Yeah, I mean Dorian, his last loss I think was on Contender Series as well.
Do we think they're a little different in front of Dana? Would there have been more urgency on both ends?
I don't think so. I think maybe for Ramos.
Because I know Dana, you look more like him.
Yeah, for sure. I think maybe for Ramos, but I think Aswell knows where he is in the UFC Rolodex of who they're going to call, and I think he knows that he just has to win. He just has to go out there and win, and it may not have to be in great fashion, like it's not boring because he's not taking people down and holding them. But I think he just needs to win. He needs to be smart, stay healthy, and go and keep pushing forward. And that's a quality win, man. Dorian Ramos is good. He was no joke at all out there. So congratulations to Michael Aswell. Took a risk. That's a risk coming home and fighting again. He
He could have waited.
could have waited.
He could have just waited. Like Dana said, there's a short notice, you're coming in.
But I
this
think-
dude wanted to fight.
I think this seals him as more of a
Now he's going to wait.
Yeah, because now Sean's about you're coming off a win right now. That's there's a big difference coming off a win and coming off of even with Dana saying how much he loves you. That doesn't seal the deal.
I'll tell you too, that as was a lot of fun outside of the cage, man. He met me in Lake Charles at the Golden Nugget on Tuesday. The kid can play blackjack. Let me tell you that. And he knows what he's doing on the blackjack tables.
He's a good kid, man.
So he's got a really great personality, the way he talks to the dealer and all that shit.
Well, he's a personable guy.
Very.
Yeah.
Very.
It's funny because we've watched that kid grow up. Yeah, that's
He
another.
came to us at 17 years old.
Yeah,
It's insane. With Saul Solis, and made his debut against 3-0 Max Leans.
man. I saw Max at the fights as well. Yeah, he
Big
was
old
out
Max.
there, thick Max. He looked like two big Max.
Big Mac.
His brother
Thick Aldretti.
actually comes over to my gym to train. Max's brother, yeah.
Where's he? He's a blue belt? Right?
Nah, he's white belt. Like he's older brother, just shows up training a little bit.
Whoops, nice.
Yeah, but he does for sure. Yeah, I believe it.
Hey, Max was a dog, man.
This weekend we announced our next two Hall of Famers. So congratulations to Mr. Alex Morano and Mr. Joshua Van.
If you didn't see those announcements, go to our IG.
Yep. Our
Pat Fury Fighter. Check the video.
Josh Van, our first fighter to go from amateur shows
Our first Asian.
and for our first Asian. Shout out to Mike Trin. Our first guy to go from amateurs to the UFC with all of his fights being in Fury.
Myanmar's favorite son, the fearless Josh Van.
Man, let me tell you what.
Hey, his IG video, they're both great. The announcements, you know, we got both of them, but I liked Van's. We recorded Alex's video first, and then whenever Josh showed up, we went to record his, and I told him now, hey, it's a Christmas card, but like, we want you to start off with, you know, it was the night before Christmas, and he's like, so. Okay, it was the night before Christmas. And whenever we were recording, he even like I think confirmed with you, like, it was the night before Christmas, right? Okay, it was the night before Christmas, and then boom, you got to go to our IG and watch the rest of the video and see it,
the
man.
fact too when you
the genuine
watch it.
surprise is awesome.
You see the difference too, and not I wouldn't say the level, but like Alex Morano has been here, done that, been around the world, fought around the world, been on TV cameras everywhere in front of him for years and years.
But it'll always be Fury 1's main event.
That's right. And so he's opening and he's reading it. There's kind of like this aw shucks moment from him.
Yeah.
You know, where he's like, you spelled my name wrong. But
Yeah.
But he also
Who made that graphic, by the way?
who knows? But he also
Put him on blast.
He also like not too high, not too low, just very much like even kid, like almost like he's no selling to a certain degree. Like he's just like,
But that's his
"This is-
personality.
This is cool. Thank
Yeah.
you. Like it's an honor. It's cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you get and then you get the Van, he was like, what?
Yeah,
he got
man.
excited, gave Eric a big hug. So that's really
He's still got that like Christmas morning feeling, like watching your kids open the present they wanted on Christmas. Like, oh, really? Wow. That's what we were going for, man.
Yeah, he it was cool, man. It was a cool moment. I think they're two great guys to go in next year. And then I mean, look, we've got a massive list.
Yeah.
We could put in 20 guys next week. And it just it's special. We take time. We'll put them in there as it comes to be the right time.
There were a lot of names that could have gone in, and this class is still to come, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Stay tuned.
So we
Yeah, I mean, golly, how did you guys say no to him this time?
well, it was pretty easy. So
Oh, man.
we've got our end of year awards, and we are going to drop the videos next week. But for those who are listening to the podcast, you are going to hear the winners today, right now. So our amateur fighter of the year goes out to Jay Aldretti.
Thick Aldretti.
Thick Aldretti.
Huge shock, surprise. I can't believe he got it. What? Yeah, no, that was almost a no-brainer, man.
Yeah, 4-0. Looked great, man. Our amateur sub of the year, Jorge Regalado. I'm not sure exactly.
Regalado.
Yeah, Regalado from 4 Ounce.
Not gelato, but regalado.
Yeah, I did not give him the submission of the night, which this is rare. I didn't give him submission of the night that night, only because there was a submission later in the night against someone who had more experience, blah, blah, blah. Like, it was just, there were some reasons.
His was
Yeah.
great.
His was slick. Looking back at it, I thought that was the best submission we had all year. We talked about it. It was awesome. It was a great finish. Amateur knockout of the year, Angel Castillo, actually one of my fighters out of the gym who's a grappler. I don't know where that came from, but like great knockout at amateur series number 55. And their amateur fight of the year, Sandy Jerez and Alexander Carlson. What a great scrap between those two ladies. Like
That was a scrap, man. That was a banger.
yeah, they threw down, absolute banger, like you said, man. It was extremely fun. Moving over to the pro side, our submission of the year. Look, it came down to two people. Honestly, Damian Anderson and Sebastian Orivides had a lot of finishes.
Ooh.
And while Sebastian Orivides had some really slick, fun back takes and finishes, the Damian Anderson's heel hook against Gabriel Wanderlei
Wanderlei's a stud.
Yeah,
as
man.
another stud grappler with a great record. I want to say he's 5-2 now. He was 5-1 at that point. Extremely good grappler.
Quality, high-level opponent.
Yeah,
to
and
pull that off. with.
Damian pulled off that inside heel hook like it was perfect. It was beautiful.
When you have those sticky semen hands, you're able
Yeah,
to
those-
pull off those kind of
Those
finishes.
hands do it. So shout out to Damian Anderson for winning the submission of the year.
An honorable mention.
with an honorable mention to Mr. Sebastian Orivides.
Sebastian Orivides.
He didn't make it easy.
But Sebastian was everything in submission, right?
Everything. Yeah.
From the Amy's all the way.
Yeah.
That's the only way you fight. He
Yeah.
subbed there, but
He tried to fly a knee his last time, and it still subbed him. Knockout of the year. This was really close. Honorable mention's going to go to Tony Toro from Fury 96 with the point one direction and then clack him with the other hand knockout. But we have to go with Tonio Figueiredo's head kick knockout.
I have to, man.
At Fury 91.
Yeah.
That was outstanding. That was beautifully set up, and it just beautiful violence. Like that was absolutely an amazing finish. A shout out to Tonio winning that. We got 2 left. Fight of the year. Honorable mention: Tony Toro and Alvarez throwing down at Fury 96. Beat the snot out of each other. Extremely fun fight. But our fight of the year will go to Tedrick Macklin and Devin Dixon for Fury 93 in just an absolute bloodbath from start to finish.
Yeah, there's no wrong answer there.
Yeah.
You could have given it to either one of those.
By far, this was the hardest category to pick our pro fighter of the year. We have multiple honorable mentions.
I'm glad it's not my job to pick that.
And I
Good
will
luck,
say, these are our honorable mentions. Number 1, Lester Bottres Jr., 4-0 this year. Damian Anderson, 3-0, 3 finishes. Justice Torres, 3-0 with a title fight, with a title win.
Title win.
Came down to 2 fighters, and our runner-up fighter of the year is Manshir Kara.
Ooh,
3-0, 3 finishes, 2 main events, and the 155 title. But the only way you top that is if you're Michael Aswell. Michael Aswell went 3-1 this year, 3 main events. He won the title, 2 finishes, fought on Dana White's Contender Series.
well, I think he won.
Where a lot
Yeah,
of,
it was
a lot
a
of people-
questionable.
a lot of
Dana
people
White,
thought
and
he
that's,
won.
you're not alone. Dana White felt like they got that decision wrong.
A lot of people thought he won, and comes back home, wins again. So
Then goes and wins in Lake Charles.
then goes and wins in Lake Charles. Look, this
He got to change the nickname. He's not the Texas kid anymore. He's the Blackjack
Texas Hold'em kid.
He's a Texas,
There's
something. Yeah.
Texas Hold'em kid.
So there's
The
been,
Baccarat kid.
there's been a few years where these awards were kind of easy to figure out. Like, oh, that guy.
This has to be the toughest
Last year
year.
I'm doing this shit 'cause I'm not.
It was like Fighter of the Year was really hard. It was really hard. Well, you and I went back. Even when we got to the end, we went back and forth multiple times. Well, this guy, yeah, well, he did.
I think Master Carey had it in the bag until this past weekend.
He did. He did. Had Michael Aswell not won, let's say he didn't win. I mean, clearly he wouldn't have won, but also like just the way he performed, the way he went out there and looked. And another main event, like main events matter. Main event matters. And this year, Michael Aswell from start to finish, figured that Ultim fight was back in January. So he started off the year with bangers and went the entire year. So shout out to him.
The Texas Hold'em kid.
The Texas Hold'em kid.
Baccarat king.
A Texas Hold'em kid. We'll release some fun little videos next week, thanking these guys. But again, to all the fighters who have fought for us this year, and all the fans who have tuned in to watch, both here at home and as well as across the world, like we thank you. Like we really, really do thank you. This is
We do it for you.
we do like we can put on great fights, but if nobody's watching, it doesn't matter.
Well, only Dana watched.
Only Dana watches.
And making shots.
Yeah, for
I don't
sure.
care if no one else.
Then it still matters, but it's not nearly as much fun. We do it for y'all.
But it's been outstanding to have everybody here. We appreciate it. And 2025, we start off with Fury 100. How perfect is that? Like we're starting off the year with Fury 100.
Dude, if you do not have tickets to that show, you're probably not going to get them.
No,
I mean, you could go online right now and get you some standing room only, but
that's about it.
that's all you got.
Yeah, it's going to be.
So unless you're going to be on my VIP guest list,
Yeah.
Rich is your Wayne. So
Yeah.
there you go.
And mine's already full. So
Same here, man.
Yeah,
we got to
it's-
talk. How many are we allowed on our list?
2025, we're
We got
going.
one guy.
Anita's trying to like bring our whole family. Like, hold on, it's not your average regular Fury show. It's gonna be tough for all that.
It's going to be
Yeah.
Beautiful show.
Yeah, it's gonna be amazing and kicking off, and then the ball. I mean, it just keeps rolling, man. We hit Dallas right afterwards, San Antonio right afterwards. We've got an amateur show mixed in there, a sub hunter mixed in there. 2025 is going to be a big year.
Coming out the gate with 6 shows in the first quarter.
Yeah,
6
yeah,
in the first quarter, baby.
yeah, and we'll even tell you guys soon when and where they are.
Yeah, we'll tell y'all like January 1st.
Wow, man, that'll be awesome. Is that your New Year's resolution to like keep us in the loop?
No, just today.
No.
Just today.
It's
But
our Christmas present, Diego.
like seriously, go to FuryFC.tv. Pick up your tickets now for Fury 100. Make sure you're following us on the Instagram as well. Go down to that post that I put up. Tag 2 people in it. Somebody's going to win an absolutely bonkers Fury prize package that includes a tattoo from Kimura Tattoo Company, some sheath underwear. Space City Collector's going to kicks in some shoes there for you guys, and then you're going to win free VIP tickets for the entire year to every show that we have. No matter the city, no matter the state, you have 2 seats.
12 months.
I bet you my bunch wins those tickets.
12 months of unleashing the fury right there alongside us.
Tickets.
Watch that be the name that pops up in the generator. I'll do it again. I'll spin it again. I'll just spin it again.
I thought we had a ring girl of the year.
Oh, we do. We do have a ring card girl of the year. Ring card girl of the year this year will be Diego. Oh no, it's going to be actually Amanda.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Shout out to Amanda. For those who don't, she's been with us for like 3 years now. Yeah, she's been with us a few years. She's taken over some other responsibilities for us as well.
Yeah, I see her working behind the snes more, helping out with some of the logistics behind the scenes. That's awesome.
But absolutely killing it out
Congratulations to her.
Very love her.
She even worked the corners there for a little bit,
there. She did, yeah.
like
yeah.
working cuts and all that.
Yeah, a great representative for us out there, and congratulations, another of the year winner there. And man, I'm done with 2024. I got nothing less to say about this year.
Me too.
Diego, you got anything?
Oh,
Well, there's how many days left? We still got some time. 12 days. A lot of shit can happen in 12 days.
I'm gonna say Fury 99 was a good card.
Thanks, man.
It was.
You know
I'm
what,
glad you're
Diego?
able to be there, Diego.
You deserve a massage.
Oh,
Go get you one, baby.
okay.
Rich
Yeah, that's you.
taking. Yeah, FU massage.
Go to Mile High.
Go.
I'm not going to say the address because I don't need
food
anybody,
massage.
trying to figure out where it is.
Go to Food Ghost.
Let's do it, Wayne.
Hey, with that, the time for talk is over. This has been Fury Unleashed.
Merry Christmas, Feliz Navidad.
Happy holidays, y'all.
It's